Yo, 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 it's ya boy, Skinny Mexican, back at it again. And, yay, this is my first video of 2022. Yay, I've only just recorded one in March. Yeah, it's been a long while since my last video. I know I'm used to doing that, and you probably are at this point too. So I hope you don't really mind all that much. But I'm back with another tier list, and it's not about Call of Duty this time, yay. It's actually about One Night at Fast Food Games. Now, if you don't know what One Night in Fast Food is, it's basically a collection of people making fan games about my game, One Night in Burger King. And One Night in Burger King is one of the most popular joke games in the FNAF Scratch community. And because of this, there's been a ton of fan games for it, and I'm going to rank them all, or all of that I know of. So yeah, starting with One Night in Burger King. I made this game, of course, so I'm going to put it in here as well as Burger King 2, 3, and 4. But I'm going to rank these how I feel about them. So, here we go. One Night in Burger King 1, I like this game. I don't think it aged all that well. I mean, the rest of the games are far superior except for the third one. And this game, I mean, it works, it's fun, it's simple, it's funny. I'll put it in C tier. I'm not the hugest fan of this one. I mean, I'm judging them by, like, how well I think they did and how well I like them. And how satisfied I am pretty much with them. Next, Burger King 2, this game's S tier. I mean, this game is probably the most, like, out of all the One Night in Fast Food fan games, most of them have tried to replicate the second game. There's a lot of One Night in Fast Food games that take inspiration from the second game, and a lot of games in general that do. It's a unique concept that's never really been done quite as well as Burger King 2, plus it's funny on top of that. And it's also the most well-received of the Burger King games. Next, Burger King 3 is F tier. Burger King 3 is hilariously garbage. Not only is there not an ounce of comedy in this game, it's shorter than all the other games, and it's RNG based, and really boring, hella boring, if you will. The only good part of Burger King 3 is the menu music, and the Burger Beast was introduced in this game. That's it. Everything else sucks. Next, Burger King 4. This game, I used to think this one was the best, but it's really been a mixed bag for me, because I think while it does have the most content out of all the Burger King games, and it is definitely better than the first game, it really competes with the second game in terms of, like, which is better, because there hasn't really been a definitive answer. I feel like most people think the second game is better, and I think I have to agree there. But Burger King 4 is still miles better than the first game. If I do have any complaints, it is not that fun. I'd say the main mode is pretty boring, it drags on for a while, and it's really repetitive. The second mode, however, is actually really fun and quick, and it's a stark contrast. This game also has the most comedy in the entire series, so I gotta give it at least A tier for all that. I mean, I don't think it's quite S tier because of the problems I mentioned, but it's still a really good game, and I really do enjoy it. Next, One Night in Burger King 3 Remastered, made by my good pal Airbot Gamer TV. Now, this game got the closest out of any game to replicating One Night in Burger King 2. It's basically just One Night in Burger King 2 on crack. It's much harder than the second game. And it's still not finished. It's only the first chapter. There's going to be 2 chapters, I think. 2 chapters. So yeah, I'm going to give it A tier for now, because it is much harder, and it's also not finished, technically. And it's also not as funny, I don't think. Alright, One Night in Taco Bell. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first One Night in Fast Food game. And I don't remember all that much to it. If I do remember anything, my thoughts of the game, I thought it was kind of boring, but also well made. I don't remember it being too funny, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to put it in D tier, because I just don't remember all that much to it. All I remember is what I thought of the game. I'll have to replay it, and maybe I'll update the list sometime in the near future. Next, One Night in Dairy Queen. This was the second game in the One Night in Fast Food games, and I'm gonna have to give it F tier. It's gonna be above Burger King 3, though, because this game, it just doesn't really work. I mean, it's cool, I suppose, but, like, it just doesn't work. Next, One Night at Papa John's. This game is really buggy, but when it does work, it works, and it's really easy, really quick. I'm gonna have to give it D tier, below One Night in Taco Bell. And it's also, I don't really think it's all that funny. I don't think many of these are that funny. Alright, One Night in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, made by Glocky. This game, a lot of people don't really like it. I don't even think the creator likes it. I, however, do like this game. I think this game is fun. I like the concept. I think the mechanics are cool. The only problem is I think it's kind of boring and it drags. I'm gonna have to put it below Burger King 1 in C tier. Next, One Night at Denny's. This game has a lot of cool and unique mechanics and a surprising amount of like detail and work put into it. This game is good, like real good. I'm gonna put it in A tier above Burger King 3R. I really like this game. If I have any complaints, it's that it's a bit too hard to understand the mechanics at first, but after that, it's a great game. Next, One Night at Chili's. I'm gonna try to separate art from artist here with the One Night in Chili's games because he's not the greatest person in my opinion. But the games themselves, well, One Night in Chili's 1 and 2 are both F. I think these games, they just don't work. They don't work as intended, and they're super easy, and they're really buggy, and they're not funny. I'm sorry, but like, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. Next, One Night at Arby's. Now, One Night at Arby's, pre-update was really good, and probably one of my favorites out of all these. But post-update, it is so good. I'm putting it above One Night in Burger King 2. This game is so fun, and it's quick, it's easy to learn the stuff, and it's relatively funny, I would say. It's relatively funny. I do like this game a lot. And I do think it's better than One Night in Burger King 2, if I'm being completely honest. Next, One Night in Wendy's Episode 4. I don't remember much about this game. I don't remember how it plays. I'd have to replay this game. I honestly am at a loss for even what I think of the game. I'm gonna have to put it in haven't played, because I just don't know. I just don't know. Next, One Night in Dairy Queen 2 Home Invasion. This was the first One Night in Fast Food game that was like, oh my god, this game is actually really good. I'm gonna put it in S tier. This game is really good. And it's actually the first game that made me laugh. And probably one of the only games that, no, is the only game that made me laugh out loud. And I think the mechanics are unique. I think the way you play is fun. It's similar to Burger King 2, how a lot of them are. But I think this one replicates it, like, the best, besides Burger King 3R. Next, One Night in White Castle. I'm not a fan of White Castle, the White Castle game, or number 1 at least. I'm gonna put it above the One Night in Taco Bell and One Night at Papa John's, though, because I do actually remember this game and how it plays. I just think it's really, I mean, it's the funny factor. I mean, it's almost there. The second game is better. I will say that the second game is actually good. Next, One Night in Panda Express. I think this game is getting a sequel, but this game, I'm putting that at B tier. That's a solid B tier. I think the mechanics are cool. I think it's a good game. It's just overall a good game in all aspects. I don't think it excels in anything, but it is a good game. Next, One Night in Papa John's 2, Working Online. I think this game is similar to Home Invasion. I don't really remember it all that much. It's basically One Night in Papa John's mechanics mixed with Dairy Queen 2. I'm going to put this one also in B tier. I think it is an improvement over One Night at Papa John's. Yeah, that's basically what I think about that. There's not much else to say. I think there are still some bugs, but the game is good and it plays well. Alright, One Night White Castle 2. This game, I think, is top of B tier. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are multiple endings, which is not something a lot of these do. I think it's like one of the only games that has multiple endings. And I think the endings to this game are cool, and honestly kind of creepy a little bit. Kind of eerie, like some .exe crap. But this game, definitely solid. I think the funny factor has been upscaled from the first one. Everything about this game has been upscaled from the first one. I think it's really unique. Really unique. And I do like the vibe this game gives off. Next, One Night in Applebee's. Gonna have to give this one... I'm gonna have to give this one an F. Because, much like most of the games that are down here, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Next, One Night in Applebee's 2. As same with the first one, it just doesn't work. I think it's better because I think some of the ideas were fleshed out a little bit better, but it just doesn't really work. Next, yes, this is the game that everyone loves. One Night in Wendy's episode 5, The Big Mac Strikes Back. This one is the top of A tier. This game is really good and unique in its mechanics. No other game here does something similar to One Night in Wendy's. I think the funny factor is there. I voice act in it, so that's gotta say something. And it's just a really cool concept. I like the Star Wars theme that the Wendy series has, and I think if the creator of this game, Airbot Gamer Television, if he continues to make these games, I think he could make them even better. Next, One Night in Chili's 2. I have the same thoughts about Chili's 2 as Chili's 1. It is slightly better because, similar to Applebee's 2, some of the ideas are more fleshed out. It's just really buggy and unfunny. That's basically it. Next, One Night in Burger King, The Infinite IKEA. I don't know if I should rank this one because it's not FNAF, really. I mean, it doesn't work like any of the other games. I think I'm going to have to give it bottom of B, if I'm being honest. I'll give it bottom of B because it's super simple. It's just like, ooh, can I get the high score? And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's fun. It's not really funny, but it's fun. Then One Night in Chili's 3, like a huge improvement over the first two games. I think this game is bottom of B tier. I think the gameplay is really smooth. I think the mechanics are cool, but I feel like it's too easy, a bit boring, and the funny factor still is not there. Then One Night in Chili's 3 Halloween Edition, haven't played that. Then One Night in Chili's 4, I've played this game once, and I think it was the beta. The beta was like the only time I ever played this game, and I thought it was good. So, I'm gonna have to give it above One Night in Papa John's. Because I think it's really similar to One Night in Chili's 3 in like almost every aspect. I still think the game it's just way too similar to Chili's 3 in my opinion. I mean, it attempted and I think it is better, but still I can't give it anything above B tier because it doesn't excel in really anything. And we appear to have made it to the ending. Well, yeah, this is my ranking of every single One Night in Fast Food game, including my own. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button! Or something like that, I don't know. So yeah, I am the Skinny Mexican, and adios.